So we have Z per unit, starting with a very basic, is equal to Z actual. And I'm reading this out in case the writing is not making sense or in case, the text is not very visible. So Z actual divided by Z base. Everybody understands this? It is given in the reference handbook. There's no rocket science, right? Now, if I'm operating on the secondary, right, and I know that Z is equal to, and I've already gone through this derivation in detail, but that's a response that the student, was asking for basically, right? I could have just simply referred that, okay, it's already been explained, go through timestamp this and that. And I don't do that. Right, guys? I'm not like the other instructors where they rarely answer your emails. And if they answer your emails, it'll be like, okay, look at this, look at that, look at this type of thing. Okay. All right. So this, you guys agree that the Z actual will be the sum of S, resistance on the secondary, plus J excess, and the inductance on the secondary, divided by, what is the base? ZB1. In the hindsight, I'm guessing that maybe a source of confusion for the student was because I used ZB1. I should have probably just called it ZBS. And maybe the reason I didn't call it ZBS is because of BS. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what goes through my mind at any given point in time, right? But, and it would be a good idea maybe to call this as base 1 and this as base 2, right? Because you move from left to right, whatever. So that could have been a source of a little bit of a confusion, but whatever. B1 refers to our secondary base voltage. We know that ZB1, and again, this is directly coming from where? The reference handbook. V squared divided by S base. There's no rocket science over here. Is there any rocket science so far? No. Pretty simple. Pretty simple, very straightforward. Okay. Now, when we're dealing with three-phase transformers, it would be a little bit different, right? Because then you'd be very explicit about you're using the line-to-line voltage, right? Okay, the base impedance value will be different in primary and secondary. That is an important concept to understand. ZB1 is not the same. It is different, okay? And the actual resistances and impedances are also going to be different because of the difference in voltage. We can bring the secondary impedance value to the primary by multiplying it with A square, right? That is this guy over here. So this is my secondary impedance in the numerator. The actual impedance is just in the numerator. You got to remember, right? This is the actual. The actual is sitting pretty in the numerator. Okay, guys? So when I multiply A square, I got to multiply A square with RS. I got to multiply A square with JXS. Okay? Does it make sense? But why am I multiplying A square with ZB1? Because that base impedance is also tied to the voltage that is on the secondary. Do you guys see this? So by multiplying A square, right, throughout the right-hand side, I've actually converted this guy into the primary. Can you guys see this? Simple equation. ZP is equal to A squared times Z secondary, right? And it just so happens that when A square is multiplied throughout, it needs to be multiplied in the numerator and the denominator. And what I am left with, and this was the punchline, right, in this entire derivation, is that if you're talking about per unit value, regardless of whether you look at it as the secondary or the primary, the per unit value is going to be the same. Just like the transformer Z% on the nameplate of the transformer applies to both the primary and the secondary of the transformer. But the actual value, ohmic resistance and the reactance is going to be different depending on which side you are on. Okay. It's a very detailed derivation, and I think I did that from secondary to primary and primary to secondary as well in the on-demand. Okay, so I'm just revisiting it in the context of transformers and per unit system so that you can have this clarified and won't be confused or in any type of doubt during the exam. Okay, guys, was it helpful? Any follow-up questions? Okay, so be very clear about this because this is a concept that is kind of tricky, and as an examiner, I would love to really test a student, whoever claims to have a full understanding of transformer and per unit system, somehow, tease you with this, right? Because to me, if a student is able to articulate his or her understanding of the fact that Z percentage actually is same for primary and secondary, Z per unit is same for primary and secondary, but the actual values are going to be different, and they're going to be dependent on the base values, which depend on the base. The base is constant on the primary and secondary, but it's the voltage that is actually different. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. On a weekly basis, I'm creating content for FE Electrical and PE Power exam preparation. I also discuss topics related to electrical engineering with a focus on power systems engineering. If you'd like to learn more about my FE Electrical and PE Power exam preparation programs, please visit my website, studyforfe.com.